How's it going, man?
Good. Everything good here to enjoy some fights in Riverside and check them out.
So you have any big fights coming up?
As of now, no. My last fight was in May. Was a bad fight for me. Took some time off and just going through my whole career, seeing if I want to come back or not, and just taking my time with it. It was a big wake-up call. Went through a lot, and I'm here now. But I'm trying to see if I want to get back into it or not.
Okay, so I talked to Robert Diaz, and he had a lot of good words to say about you and your family. He says he really cares about you, and he's going to sit down and have a meeting with you guys and talk to you guys and see what you guys are going to do in the near future. So, talk about Golden Boy, man. How they've been treating you.
Golden Boy's been good to me. They changed my life before. When I was first coming up, once I signed with them, it was like they treated me really good up until this day, and even after the fact, that. Whatever happened in my last fight was not a good fight for me. It was in a bad place, and they still offer me opportunity in the boxing world as commentating, things like that. So they're really looking after me. They're not just kind of you fought for us, now you're done, and now on to the next. They're kind of keeping me included still in the boxing world.
There's a lot that goes into deciding whether or not you're done fighting. Do you feel like you're still physically capable of competing in the ring?
I think so. I had a late start at 27. I'm 39 now. Other people may look at it as old, but you know what? You gotta look at it by fights. Amount of wars you've been into and stuff like that. Makes a fighter old. But I think I've been in pretty clean fights, and the way I feel pretty good. So if I just be dedicated like I was before, I think I can pull off a couple wins.
You're one of the originators of fighters coming out of Riverside in this Inland Empire area. What does it feel like to see it kind of having this pro boxing event here in your home city?
Well, it's pretty good. It's a good sign. I know there's, when I came out, there wasn't hardly any boxing, where I was going. I didn't have nowhere to go or watch fights or pros talking to me. Now I feel like where I'm at now, there's a lot of Riverside fighters. And I went pro. I kind of did some stuff, and now I can talk to some of them. I never had that, and I was thinking that today. I'm like, man, that must motivate them a lot. So I'm here to kind of do that too.
Absolutely.
So you fought Garcia in Puerto Rico, man,
yeah.
And a lot of people believe that you were robbed of that fight. A lot of media, a lot of people were even asking him during that fight.
Yeah.
And my opinion as well, man, I believe that you did win that fight. You did edge him out, and you didn't come away with a victory. Tell us a little bit about that and what the process was and how you felt, after the fight.
I remember that because I remember before I got that fight, I knew Garcia was, and I was kind of had my eye on him and thinking, this guy, I got this guy, I could get this guy, come on. And then he got the title and stuff. So when the opportunity came, it was right when I signed with Golden Boy. It was like, hey, you want to sign with us? Okay, give me a world title fight. We got that title fight. It was an amazing time because it was my whole family. Hey, I got the world title fight with Danny Garcia. It was a short notice, actually. And it was like 6-week camp. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to train my ass. It's a world title. I went right into training right away. I said, no, I'm going to take this. This guy can't do it. And went to Puerto Rico. It was a great experience. I took at least like 15 members of my family, flew them all out there, and because everybody's gonna be against me. So,
yeah, those are big rivalries they have. Mexican, Puerto Rico,
I was like, what?
And then you being in Puerto Rico.
I was like, I need to bring as many as I can, at least feel comfortable. And they helped me out, made me feel comfortable. Family, friends were there. They helped me out a lot, being there and supporting. And the fight was, everything was nervous up until that point where I was in the ring. Everything all went away. Fighting Andy Garcia, I felt natural, just doing what I was doing, having fun in there. I thought I was just doing what I had to do to win that fight. Of course, to win how it went, I felt I did enough to win. Waiting for the decision. Okay, they gave it to him. At that time, I didn't care. I was like, hey, I won. I felt I won, but they gave it to him. But everybody knows I won. But, as time goes on, you see how boxing is. It's not on paper, so you're not getting those big fights anymore. So I'm at the point where I have to now climb up the ladder again. And it's not easy because climbing up the ladder is me receiving a lot of punches again and going through tough fights. And that's hard on me and my body and my age. So right now, that's why I'm processing everything after that robbery I felt and a couple others that year. It's a very hard thing to get up from. So I'm still struggling with that. So hopefully I get through that and maybe you see me again.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hopefully we do see you in the near future on another platform with Golden Boy.
Yeah.
And man, yeah. Talk to us a little bit about the Vergil Ortiz fight, man, and talk about him being a prospect coming up, and how his power was, and was he difficult to fight,
Yeah.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to talk about fights like that. I hate to bring it up, but
yeah, no. The Vergil Ortiz fight, for the last, I think after Hank Lundy, the last 2-3 years, I've been up and down with my career and being dedicated after going through so much. At that time with Vergil Ortiz, I don't feel I was training even before that. I wasn't. If you watch my fights, I'm not really the same. Not really into it. Just struggling outside the ring with boxing. Not struggling all through life, but in boxing only. That my motivation is not there. And for that fight, it's a big fight. I'm not gonna reject the fight like that. I'm gonna take it, whether there's enough time to train for it or not. Before that, all the fights I've been half-ass in training, and I've been able to pull them out. The fights before that. So with this fight I was trying to go with that mentality. Yeah, I'll pull it off. I'm not in the best shape, but I can do it. I mean, my skills will get me through it like other fights. And no, it didn't go that way. I mean, Ortiz is a very strong fighter, young fighter, and I told everybody, hey, if he comes at me early, I could be in trouble. I'll have to take my time with him. But he did. He came out early. He got me hurt early round. So, but when he finally got the last punch, the knockdown, I was already hurt. I was already stunned, and I was already in that stage. So when I saw his right hand coming, it was like slow motion. I almost waited for it.
It's not something you didn't.
Yeah. It was just, and I seen it. I mean, I give him. I don't want to take credit from. I want to take anything away from him. He is a good fighter. I was not in the best shape that I wanted to be in.
Right.
In the right place, but he is a great fighter. Even regardless if I was in shape, I think he still would have been a tough fight. But he did what he had to do, and it was a shock. So eye opening. I was like, what I gotta do? Do I want to continue? If I do, I gotta give it 100%. So I'm trying to find myself to get motivated like I was before.
So how many week notices do you have on that fight?
On that fight, I had a little less than 2 months. And but the thing is, if you're always in the gym like I used to be, you're ready for a 2-month fight, 8 weeks. You're good. But if you're not in the gym, a two month fight is going to be you trying to do weight loss, and then by the last 2-3 weeks is going to be working on the fight. So me has always been, I used to train and then okay, we got a fight for you. I'm ready. I'm ready. 2 months. Oh shoot, I was already training. But lately, how I've been doing for the last 2 years. Give me a fight. Oh, okay, I got a fight. Okay, now I'm going to the gym. Now I start instead of before I've been active. So I think that was my problem for the last 2 years.
So like you were saying, you want to climb the ladder again. Well, you don't, but you like you were saying, you got to climb the ladder again. And who are some of those big names that you do want to fight? And then in the latest future,
I mean, I don't want to tell you. I mean, I know that ain't gonna happen if I say what the big names I want, but.
You're in a tough division.
Because I gotta start slow. I gotta see 1 or 2 fights, see where I'm at with just fighters that are really pretty durable and that can test me out for 1 or 2 fights, and then I'll see where I'm at. But I don't want to talk ahead because I don't know what's gonna happen. I may be shot out. I may not feel right, and I may just retire, or I may just feel good and I may just go on, and then by then my head will be where it's at and call out where I feel I'm at.
Are you planning to stay in the 140 division, the welterweight division, where you got the Earl Spence, you got all these big names out there? Well, are you planning to stay there?
I used to fight 140. I started moving up 147. That was my thing. I'm a little small in 147, but I mean 140 is a lot of dedication, a lot of training to get down there. So 147, I think, is probably where I'll most likely try to work out.
Mauricio, how do you see Canelo-Kovalev playing out?
That's a good fight. But Canelo, I think, is young and strong, and I think it's his time. I think he could pull a fight like that off.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
The fights tonight.
All right, thank you, guys.